Because when we talk about stress, we are talking about something that is in our control, but we are unable to sit down and control it. And the third thing that I would highly recommend, and I recommend it to my clients as well, is please keep a check as what are you taking from outside as an input source of information.
Can you explain the difference between stress and anxiety and how they typically manifest in individuals?
So usually when we talk about anxiety and stress, there's only a little bit of difference between both of them, because when we talk about stress, we're talking about something that is in our control, but we are unable to sit down and control it. And when we talk about anxiety, we are talking about something that is very uncertain, something that we cannot control, something that is out of our hands.
What are some of the common causes and triggers of stress and anxiety, and how do these factors vary among different individuals?
So when we talk about common triggers and symptoms of anxiety or stress, they can be very overlapping, they can be very similar in nature, because we can see their fidgeting that we can see people having different sort of pains, we can see different health concerns showing up, we also can see people sweating, we also can see heart pacing, we can see some similar some pains that we have in different types of bodies. So these are very common symptoms that we'll have in anxiety while we are having anxiety or while we are having stress. So you cannot be able to differentiate sometimes that it is causing by anxiety or stress.
How do stress and anxiety affect both mental and physical health, and what are some of the long-term consequences if left unmanaged?
So when we talk about anxiety and stress and how does it impact you physically and mentally, so there can be having sleep concern, you can be having eating concerns, you can be having physical health concern, which can be heart problems and any other organ related problems, because stress and anxiety directly correlates with your physical health. So stress and anxiety is mental health related, which affects your brain, and when your brain is affected and impacted, it affects your body.
What are some effective coping mechanisms and treatment options available for managing stress and anxiety, including both self-help strategies and professional interventions?
So that really depends upon case to case if I talk about very in specific, but on general level if I speak about it, you have to make sure that you're taking care of your food, the food that you're taking. Second, you have to make sure that you're taking right amount of sleep. These things look very minor to us, but these are the root causes of if they go haywire, we all go haywire. And the third thing that I would highly recommend, and I recommend it to my clients as well, is please keep a check as what are you taking from outside as an input source of information, through your phones, through news, through channels, whatever information is that is coming from outside. Please be very mindful of what sort of information this is. The more negative information you're taking, the more it will impact your stress and your anxiety negatively. So please be mindful of what you're taking in.
What preventive measures can individuals take to reduce the likelihood of experiencing severe stress and anxiety, and how can they build resilience to better handle these challenges when they arise?
So resilience can be built while we are growing up. Resilience is a responsibility that I put on parents to give their children, when they can foster them with a little bit of strength, let them make mistakes, let them fall, let them pick up themselves. So resilience is built up like that. But when you talk about what can they do, I feel like in the fast-paced world that we live in, we have stopped spending time with nature. The more you take out time and spend time in nature, be it walking, be it just sitting outside, having your coffees, teas, but outside your cars and your homes and your buildings, I think this can be one of the very major preventive measures that can help us to reduce what we're feeling.